Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Can you hear the coffee going? Hello, Crazy Farm. I figured I might as well make breakfast in front of everybody too, right? I'm gonna just toast an English muffin. You know me. It's either toast or English muffin in the morning. Keep yakking, I'm listening. Got out my MIMIS mug. Hey, Panda Love, how are you? Hi, Elaine, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome in, guys, ladies, and germs. Yeah, my coffee is almost done. It perks on the stove. I am down to my last clementine, so I'm going to have to go get more. Okay, I'm freezing, so I got my other bathrobe on. Coffee's almost done. I am going to peel my clementine. I wanted one so bad, like around 10 o'clock last night. And I'm like, you got one left. And if you have it now, you're not going to have it in the morning. So this is actually better than having juice in the morning. I'm telling you guys, go get some clementines. They may call them something different in your area, but I did a video on how to tell the difference. So you should be able to tell the difference if you really want a clementine. And I always let the coffee sit a minute so that I don't get coffee grounds in my coffee. Don't ask me why I did this. Is this an oxymoron? Look at this. Fat-free, half and half. Is there a point to this? Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see how it goes in the coffee, right? So I was up really early, but just kind of laid in bed, didn't know what I felt like doing, getting up or staying there. So I finally got up. Hope I let it sit long enough. You don't want any coffee grounds in it. Anyway, today we're going to try this fat-free half and half. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm just going to move you guys this way. Here goes. Fat-free half and half. Does it really make a difference? I don't know. Hey, Janelle, how are you? Let's see. Hi, Travis, how are you? It's regular half and half. They put sugar in it? Nah. Well, it tastes the same to me. But I think the whole half and half, the whole fat, has a creamier taste to it. I don't know. Look at that. First piece of clementine. It's like little bits of orange juice just spewing out. I love it. I better savor this. This is my last one. So, what is everyone doing today? Freezing here today. We had beautiful weather last week and right back down to the 30s. I don't blame you. I wish I had like a butler or somebody who could just bring me toast and hot coffee in bed. Just once, I just want to not have to make the coffee. Yeah, it's freezing here too. That's why I like the summer because I make one big, huge container of iced coffee. Or it's ready immediately. Thank you. Hey, Chuck. Good morning. How are you? Yeah, I got to do my bills and my budget for the month, but I did some good freezer cooking, using up stuff and just trying to downsize from I got a humongous deep freezer. It's ridiculous. It was kind of low key on Facebook. Facebook and YouTube this weekend. I didn't have a lot going on. I wasn't gonna fake it, you know. How is your foot doing? What's matcha? I made a mini turkey dinner yesterday. I did a turkey breast and I stuffed it, and oh my goodness, was it good. So guess what's for dinner tonight? Oh, I'll tell you, anything with your feet is very painful. Well, at least you'll definitely be okay for the good weather, you know. Oh, I know. Don't do anything. Just keep your foot elevated. Yeah, right. But every chance you get, even if you're sitting down doing something, keep your foot elevated. Every bit counts, you know. Okay, the last two pieces of clementine. Oh, gee. Well, I managed to eat like 5 pounds. Was it 5? Oh, 3 pounds of clementines in a week. Really? Kiwi berries? I never heard of them. Oh, interesting. My daughter used to love kiwi when she was little. Good morning, Crystal. How are you? I've never heard of either one of them. That's interesting. Good morning, Northern Woman. How are you? Hey, Mikey. How are you? How's the baby? How's the baby? Oh no, was I supposed to be on there? I fell asleep. I was kind of, uh-oh. So I'm sorry, Crystal, I missed it. Gotta put a little peanut butter on my toast. English muffin. Yeah, I guess it's time to get the day going, huh, guys? So I figured I would just kind of take this along with me. Whatever I do. Within reason. In between doing stuff, I'll just let y'all listen to the water of the arrow garden. I have a good friend of mine. She can't stand to listen to my videos if that thing is going in the background. She won't watch because I just can't take it. She said it's like running your fingernails on a blackboard. Oh, cute. You sure are. Yes. Yes, I do too. Hey, Scotty, how are you? Janelle, Mikey's baby isn't what you think. Mikey, you have such a peaceful, beautiful, beautiful life. You really do. I think it's a goat, I believe. Only up to do a doctor's appointment. Oh, that's exciting. She's a proud mama. Oh, really? Hope everything's okay, Scott. It's freezing here. Freezing. I think it's like it was only 30 yesterday. God knows what it'll be today. Then we're gonna have a few days in the 40s, a few days in the 50s, but on the days that it's in the 50s, it's gonna rain. And then after that it's gonna be in the 40s, back and forth. Oh, oh, Janelle, it gets colder than that here. Crystal's in Maine. I'm in Rhode Island. Scotty's in Boston. And so we're all in New England. Deborah's in Connecticut. Wow, 54 already? That's so cool. Oh, it must be nice. It's like I don't even want to get out of my bathrobe. It's just so cozy. '60s nice this time of year. The problem is we get the wind with it, and you can't really enjoy it. Oh, wow. Wow, that cold, huh? I know, it does sound very scary. And that's what it sounds like. Oh, wow. Goodbye, Crazy Farm. Have a good one. Look at the size of this mug. It's huge. Oh my goodness, I could barely pick it up. Do you have any kind of acid reflux or a hernia or something like that? That sounds very scary. You don't have acid reflux. You have no hernia? It is. Scotty, just make sure when you're eating that you're not alone. Yeah, that's true. My mother and father used to drink that for heartburn back in the day. I couldn't understand why they were. Well, I didn't know what bicarb was. I just remember them mixing a little bit in a glass of warm water and they would drink it. Well, maybe the Prilosec isn't working anymore. Maybe there's something better you can take. That might be I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I would think that if you're taking Prilosec twice a day, you're taking it for a reason. It's for acid reflux. It pushes everything up. Yeah. At least for a day or two, you might even feel better. Didn't you have a test recently? I was wondering if they had to go down your throat with the tube. What do they call that? I want to say endoscopy? I don't know. I might be wrong. Yeah, okay. And hey, Corner, how are you? Welcome in, Mark. A long time no see. They saw it. Oh, they actually saw it. So is it your throat or your esophagus? Like your throat here or further down? That's scary. That is very scary. Oh, you did? Everything turned out okay, Mark, I hope? Boy, the weird things that happen to people nowadays, it's just, I don't know. In the chest part. Yeah, yeah, Mark, maybe that's what it is. That's the esophagus. They had to widen the esophagus. Wow. I don't know. I hope you guys all stay healthy for me. I don't want to see anybody in any kind of discomfort or anything. I always feel like as a former social worker, I'm supposed to fix it, or that I can fix it for everybody, but I can't. I can't fix problems. I wish I could. Oh, they stuck a balloon in there. Now, does that stay in there all the time? Yeah, Tuck, you be healthy. You gotta stay healthy for us, you know? Oh, okay. I mean, maybe that was a dumb question for me to ask, but I don't know. I don't know. So like they stretched it out. Okay. And is it better now? But Scotty, please do us all a favor. Do not eat unless you are with somebody right next to you. With your cell phone ready to go in case you need to call. Protonics, yeah. That's all the acid reflux. That's what that is. GERD, all that stuff. Everything comes up. It either doesn't go down or it comes up. I'm going to say something that works for me. I mean, I have GERD, but I keep it under control. I can't drink soda. I can't have iceberg lettuce. Because I also have gastritis, but and a lot of chocolate, like candy chocolate, like, or if I have a brownie, it's like a little piece. Like sometimes you see me making stuff, but really, in reality, I only have a little bit because it causes so much stomach problem. But I had H. pylori 12 years ago. And I started taking a probiotic every day with my Prevacid. I take Prevacid because Prilosec doesn't really work for me. Prevacid works really good. So I take a Prevacid. I stay away from those three things. And I take Phillips Colon Health. It all helps with the digestion. Yes. Yeah, because you get nervous and stress and everything. It affects your stomach and your digestion. Yeah, I like yogurt, but there's so even. I mean, like if I went to the Arabic store and I got like the real Middle Eastern whole yogurt, you still have to eat a lot of it. So I just take the probiotic. But my mom said that growing up, because my grandfather was from Armenia, growing up, every single night before they went to bed, they had to have some, they called it madzun, is yogurt. And she hated it because she said it was very sour. So they used to let her put a little sugar on it when she was, very small. But she said every night they had to have their yogurt every night before they went to bed. And now they're saying like 60 years later, this, whatever. I mean, well, she must have been, we're talking 90 years later. But now they're saying eat your yogurt. But yogurt is a big part of the Middle Eastern diet. I know that is awful. That's awful. I would say soft foods for a while. I mean, this is what I would do, something soft. Just eat soft foods and little tiny bits at a time, little bits of water at a time. It's more like cheese and yogurt. But I find that the Philips Colon Health is very inexpensive and it works fine for me. My boyfriend picked me up a pack of, he went to some health food store that he goes to, and he got me some Dr. O'Hare's probiotic, and it's not bad, but it's not worth $60. It's just not, or 30. My mother used to take, because she recovered from C. diff, and the doctor said she has to have, or had to have, Florastor every day. And that is expensive. It was like, well, she's been going 3 years, and it was like $55 for a month. But, she always had to have it. So if I'm going to spend that much money on a probiotic, I'd rather get the Florastor because I think that's the one they recommend the most. But for now, Philips Colon Health works for me. I mean, the other brand, that Dr. O'Hare's or whatever it is, it's not bad, but I mean, I can't tell the difference, so. Oh my God. What happened with my mom is she had a UTI, right? And we didn't know. Because she always lived at home. She was never in a nursing home, only like for a rehab. And this is what happened the first time she went. She had a UTI that we didn't know about. And the UTI, the infection gave her, they call it a type 2 heart attack, means something else caused it. It wasn't her heart. So it was very, very mild. So when she was going to come out of the hospital like a day or two later, social workers thought she could benefit from some physical therapy and just to get herself a little stronger. Okay. I was really skeptical. I didn't want to send her. And I'm like, well, we can do it at home. We can get therapy at home and, all this. But because it was a heart attack, I don't know. It just kind of played on my heartstrings. So I didn't want to let my mom go. But we let her go to this rehab, nursing home, but for rehab. So they were the place was miserable. I hated it the minute I walked in. But their physical therapy was phenomenal. And I will still say that to this day. Well, she was there about a week, not even, and she started losing her appetite. And a couple of times she said she didn't feel good. She had a headache. The smells of food were making her sick. And the nurses were saying, well, she's homesick. It's an adjustment period, but she's only going to be here a few weeks. And one day I went up there and she says, oh, I'm glad you're here. She says, I don't feel good. And I said, well, what's the matter? She says, I don't know. So I went to feel her face. Her face was red and she was burning up with fever. Right away, I got a nurse. I put cold, wet cloths all over her face, her head, wiped down her arms. And I says, something wrong with her. And the nurse says, oh, yeah, she's probably just got an infection. The doctor will be in Friday. This is a Tuesday. And I said, Okay. She's 87 years old or 86. I said, she has to wait. I mean, you can't get her to the hospital or, I mean, she just had a heart attack and she's blind. She doesn't know what's going on. And no, the doctor will be in Friday. I don't think it's anything to worry about. We'll treat the fever with Tylenol. Well, that night I went back up there and I brought my father with me. And I don't mean to be graphic. So if you have a trigger point, if this triggers you in any way, whatever. They shared a bathroom with 2 other people. So there was 4 people using one bathroom. There was 2-door room and then the bathroom with 2 doors, then another. They took my mother to the toilet. I'm in the hallway with my father and I'm like, what in the God's name is that? I felt like I was in a horse barn. Okay. Didn't think anything of it. And no, this was before I noticed that she had the fever. So they didn't want to send her to the hospital. Well, you know why? Because she might lose her, but she might not be able to go back there if there's not a bed. They might have to put her somewhere else, But I says, you got to get her to the hospital because if you don't, I will carry her there myself. Oh, you can't take her out of the facility? I says, you want to make a bet? Do you want to try me? So I called a rescue. They said, you can't call a rescue. We're the only ones who can call a rescue. And I said, I don't care. I called 911. I told them what the problem was. And they took her to the hospital where she had her initial heart attack. First, they thought she had some digestive issue, obviously. And they said she was pooping a lot. And then, and they said it had an unusual appearance and remnants. They tested her. Her white blood count was like in the 60s or 70s, and it's not supposed to be over 10, for infection level. They found out it was C. diff, and she almost died. I'm to the point where my father was making arrangements, had a pass to go visit her. We were kind of saying goodbye, and they wanted to put her in hospice. And I'm like, no, she's not going in hospice. She's old. Give her a chance, So they tried the treatment, vancomycin, and 3 other antibiotics IV. And she was on death's door. We just sat there with her. And one day I got up. It was on a Sunday morning in May. And I said to myself, something's going on with Mom. I got to get to the hospital. It was like 5:30, 6 o'clock. Well, this is after the doctors said she might not make it through the weekend. They said if she makes it. They said they never saw a person her age with C. diff that bad. And it was pure neglect on the nursing home's part. So I go up there preparing for the worst because that's how Mimi is. Prepare for the worst so you're not disappointed. 3 nurses came over to me and they said, guess who's awake? Now on the Friday, we thought, if she made it through the weekend. And I said, are you kidding me? And they said, no, she just woke up and her infection levels were going down. They were down to like 30, like half of what it was. And I walked in the room. She was awake a little bit, and she asked for coffee. Now you know where I get it from. And it was a long recovery, and she wasn't able to walk after that because she just got so weak. But she also had it 3 other times. She had to go to we sent her to another rehab because she had to recover from the C. diff. And I'm like, I don't understand how. She had C. diff several times, even when she was home. I hate to say she did, but we were 4 other people here. None of us ever caught it. So what does it take for a nursing home to catch on to this? We never caught it. So that place must have been filthy, filthy rotten. Oh, yeah. I always stood up for my mother. Yep. And ever since that one time, like anything could trigger it, you know? So like whenever we went anywhere, I had those well, from the hospital, the girls gave me a bunch of these supersonic, super duper, highly toxic wipes. You only get them in the hospital. Well, I guess you could order them. And they have a purple cover and it comes in a big white tub. And the tub was like this. I wiped down everything. And I would use those even if she had to go to the doctor's. I would take those with me in a baggie in my gloves. And, you know, if I touched anything, if she touched it, everything had to get wiped down. If she went to the emergency room, you know, I would go with her in the ambulance or I would follow them and I'd say, leave her there. I'm wiping everything down. I'd go into the little exam room and wipe everything down before she even got in there. Yeah, thank you. My mom and dad were great. Dad was very stubborn though. He only wanted my brother to do most things for him. They both got so sick, and both of them like kind of fast, if you ask me. I mean, my mom didn't die from a heart attack. She didn't die from the C. diff. She did. She had kidney cancer years ago that they never knew of. They ablated it, and then she went back a year or so later for another CAT scan, I think it was. And they said, or they did an MRI while she was in the hospital, something like that, because the doctor figured, well, while she's here, let's do it so she doesn't have to keep coming and going. And they found out a little bit of it grew back, like a little bit, but she was 90. So the oncologist says, you know, it's up to you what you want to do, but kidney cancer grows very slowly. So if you want us to ablate it again, you know, I don't have a problem doing it because you're very healthy. I mean, she had her appendix out. She had at 88. I mean, and she says, nah. She says, if it's not bothering me, just let it be. And that's what she ended up dying from. At the end, we didn't really know until I didn't know she was dying until the day she went in the hospital, December 26th. She died 10 days later. Oh my, Janelle, the whole Armenian community. If you know anybody Armenian, Scotty, ask them. If you know anyone Armenian, they all live to be 100. Very seldom do they have a shortened lifespan. I don't know what it is. The resilience is unbelievable. But she had to take the Florestor. I remember that. They said once a day. I think we gave it to her twice a day. I can't remember. They said it wasn't going to hurt her. I just wanted to be extra careful, you know. C. diff is just awful. Absolutely horrible. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand how anyone trained in the medical field cannot pick up on that. I mean, you never forget that. You never forget that. I'm sure she wasn't the only case they ever had. So that's not usually a conversation I want to have over breakfast, but we did. Bon appetit. You poor guys. I mean, I was trying to be discreet, but ugh, I need to wrap meat today. That's what I need to do. and do my budget. I think I'm just going to go pay the bills, do it really quick, get it over with. I honest to God, I really think it's faster and easier to write a check and mail it. I can't stand doing stuff over the phone, online. I think I'm going to order some more checks. I'm going to start writing checks. Hi, Broke. Well, yeah, they're doing good. The garden's doing really good. 2 jalapenos popped up. The onions and the cayenne peppers and 1 cherry tomato plant. I'm going to throw some seeds back in the little cells and see what happens. I plant double because I know half of them aren't going to take. What did you plant? Mango trees. Ooh. Wow, you have lots of fruit, huh? I wouldn't mind a fruit tree, but I don't have the patience. It takes so long to get the fruit. I'll just grow my blueberries and my strawberries. I am going to do better at watermelon and cantaloupe this year. I'm going to start them in the house in a few weeks. Get them really strong, and then in the end of April, maybe I can put them out there. Oh, that's so sweet. I know, and you tell them what you're doing, and they're like, "I'm sorry, we didn't understand what you said," and I'm like, "Representative," instead, you want a representative? I can help you, and I'm like, "No, I don't want you to help me," I just want my checks. Oh, you did? You had mango tree? Well, no, what are spoon tomatoes? I never heard of those. Yeah, see, I don't have the patience to wait that long, you know? Oh my goodness. Where did you get that? Those tomatoes. Like, how do you? Oh my gosh, that is hysterical. Those might be nice to grow indoors in the winter, like when you can't have a garden. Tiniest tomatoes. Oh my gosh. Spoon tomatoes. That sounds very interesting. Oh my goodness. Now you got okay, I'm going Amazon. Oh, I got my acorn squash seeds in and my dill. Wow. Do you harvest a lot? Does it produce a lot? I can't picture just like picking those off. It must take you forever to harvest them. Had a mango, an avocado, mulberry, a hedge of Suriname named cherry. Oh, no, bananas. Wow. Oh my goodness, all the nice trees you had. Nice fruits. That is so funny. There you go. You had your free food. That's amazing. I know, really. Free food. Mikey, I just wanted to ask you. You don't have to answer on here if you don't want. But I just wanted to ask you, do you have any children? Because I thought one time you said you did. I'm not sure. Zone 10A? Yeah, I'm growing like the regular cherries, because they bloom for it. Like I'll get those first. All the other tomatoes I'll get later on. And I'm doing the yellow cherries. My granddaughter loves the yellow cherry, so. Oh, Arizona took by email me. Yeah, guys, I do have email as well. If you want to ever email me, it's Mimi's Abundant Life at AOL. That's it. Very simple. Oh, they're all grown. Okay. All right. I wasn't sure. Good morning, BJ. How you doing? I want to get up and straighten up my kitchen. I'm going to move my phone maybe. Huh. Yeah, they grow fast. I can't believe my granddaughter's 19 and one's going to be 13. Like, how did this happen? I'm doing good. They grow really, really fast. Aww. Well, you know what that means, Oh. Oh my, yeah. Wow. 8 to 28. Whew. Wow. My goodness. Makes you wonder where the time went. I know the older you get, the faster it goes by. It's horrible. It is, but you know what? I only have one daughter and she only had two daughters, so that's it. That's it. I know. I know it. Being a grandparent is the best. I think it's better than parenthood. Yeah, it really is. It is a different connection. I don't know what it is. That's fantastic. That is so nice. Maybe she'll come take the kids for you today. Well, I think I am going to, unfortunately, start my day. And oh, I really don't want to. BJ, I think it's more common than you think, to be honest with you. But so, guys, yeah, I think I need to get my day going here. I need to just tidy up the kitchen. It's really not much to do. Tidy up the kitchen, get myself dressed and put together, and do my bills and the budget. And that's always exciting, right? So thank you for coming on. This was a very pleasant chat with you folks. Thank you for joining me for breakfast. It was kind of a last minute idea. Wasn't really going to do it, but yeah, you told me that, BJ. I think that's wonderful. Okay, Crystal, you take care. Bye, everyone. I love you all. Have a great day. Okay. If you didn't like on the way out, please remember to do so. I'll catch y'all on my next one. Have a good one.